Did you know that multitasking doesn't actually exist? This is a fact.
Fact.
Nevertheless, our mind constantly chases this internal phantom of multitasking. We are stuck in compulsive thought like 23 hours a day, 7 days a week. This unconscious addiction pulls us out of the present moment. Unfortunately, the present moment contains the innate beauty and joy of life. Our compulsive thoughts also are containers, but they rarely contain beauty and joy. They contain mostly trash like doubt, fear, a lack of self-esteem, wishes, regrets, and most importantly, our useless, superficial, everyday thoughts. We are thinking about literally everything, thereby leaving the full experience of life. We are spending like 3 hours in the kitchen and still are unable to give the meal the full attention it deserves. Of course, some thoughts are necessary and even useful. But, and this as always is a pretty fat but, only like 1% of our daily thoughts is actually needed. These thoughts always will arise by themselves. We don't need to worry about forgetting our children in the kindergarten.
Kids!
These kind of thoughts will come intuitively. The fear of losing our ability to function in everyday life shouldn't hold us back from entering the present moment. I cannot list all the benefits of living in the present moment in one video, but I can give you an overview of the most profound ones. 1. Improved social life. We don't actually recognize how our self-centered stream of thoughts affects our social life. We are always waiting to express our own thoughts, barely listening to other people. Do you remember how people said that Bill Clinton was charismatic as They said that talking to him, he would give them the feeling of being the only person in the room. I'm not hinting at Clinton being a dedicated meditator. I am just using these testimonies to underline the effects being present has on your charisma. It enables us to truly listen, be funny on the go, be independent of other people's reactions, and to be happy, which in and of itself is pretty dang attractive. Benefit number 2, general happiness. There are many studies which support this claim. One of them analyzed the brain activity of meditating monks. They found astounding levels of gamma waves as well as intensified activity of the left side of the frontal cortex, both being strong indicators for joy and happiness. Within just a few minutes we are able to access the joy inside ourselves. Tasting some roasted coffee or feeling some juicy raindrops on our neck is enough sensation for feeling joy.
Joy.
Benefit number 3, improved health. With increasing awareness, we are also becoming aware of our own obstacles and imbalances. Our stress levels will decrease, so the awareness for our general nutrition will increase. All of a sudden, a fresh shot of ginger tastes so much better than a gallon of those sugary soft drinks. Our breath will deepen itself, making us relaxed, plus giving our hollow breathing bodies the oxygen they actually need. Insomnia will become less of a problem, because we are not stressing about the next day, week or month while falling asleep. Benefit 4, reconnecting with our intuition. In today's world we have become increasingly more disconnected to our innate intuitive abilities. We primarily rely on our thoughts when making important decisions. And in a lot of cases, these decisions should indeed be made by carefully evaluating their possible outcomes. But there is one flaw fundamentally rooted in this approach, and this flaw is ignorance. We might ignore certain possibilities, variables or information, but this ignorance isn't evil either. Actually, it is inevitable. This is because of our psychological biases, plus the endless flow of information and variables contained in the modern world.
Too many variables.
Never ever do we possess 100% of the information needed. Even science has to rely on intuition to filter through the endless possibilities and theories which are available. If worst comes to worst, all of us decide intuitively. If we are able to reconnect to our inner self through self-awareness, we will be able to choose the path most suitable for us purely by intuition. We can think ourselves happy, but we are able to make ourselves feel happy. Now, after listing just a few benefits of actually living life, we can just invert all these benefits and reveal the consequences of purely thinking ourselves through existence. Our life becomes increasingly more sterile. We get lost in the fog of our own endless mind. No wonder we are unable to express ourselves. We are caged in. But then the question arises, what is the most promising escape plan? 1. Meditation. Meditation might be boring at first, but this boredom is actually just revealing itself in meditation. It is constantly in us, forcing us to distract ourselves with the silly toys of modernity.
I can't stop.
Meditation is healing. Over time, boredom will be replaced by joy. Method number 2, being present throughout the day. Meditating for 20 minutes every day can feel like a chore. For this reason, it is really important that we additionally try to meditate throughout the day. These little mini meditations will be with us everywhere, on our way to work, on the toilet or on our couch. Just remembering ourselves to be present throughout the day is a relief by itself. But as I said, these methods work the best when combined. 1 long session plus many short sessions equals re-entering life. Now, as always, I will end this video by giving you 5 quick tips, 2 of which have the purpose to support this project. Tip number 1, if meditation still feels too boring for you after 2 weeks, try the Wim Hof method. From time to time it can feel like meditation on steroids. Tip number 2, read The Power of Now. It's by far the best book from Eckhart Tolle in my opinion, and it perfectly summarizes the contents presented in this video. If you want to support this project, you can buy the book via the link in the description box down below. Tip number 3, find your personal meditation. There are many things to focus on while meditating. Your visual field, sounds, your breath, or the flame of a candle. You may decide what fits you the best. Recommendation number 4, support me on Patreon. If you want to support this project and maybe contribute some ideas or thoughts via chatting, I'll leave the link in the description box down below. Tip number 5, have a great day.